Do you know the story of how they met?
No, I don't. Because John, very secretive.
So I mean, I actually don't know the nitty gritties.
It was like kind of a mystery, like, all of a sudden he was like dating her and stuff. I don't really remember it.
I don't know.
We're in Vegas trying to have a good time, meeting girls at a club, but he comes over and says, Chad, I gotta tell you something, and I'm starting to date Tamlyn. Like, cool, cool. Of all places, yeah.
John has a pleasant personality, kind and thoughtful, impatient at times, and yet sensitive to one's feelings. Although he can be quiet, he is a lot of fun to be with.
John is a funny guy. He's always been the biggest of our friends. He's known as the friendly giant.
He was always a tall guy, handsome guy, and then growing up, very athletic.
I don't know how we got this phrase, but we would always, whenever we saw each other, we'd go, baby. I don't know why, and to this day, if I say baby, I think he'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I heard that John had slid into her DMs, and that's kind of how it all got started.
John is super thoughtful. I'd say he's super consistent too. Like when I'm all over the place, he's super steady, and I really needed somebody like that, somebody who could keep me grounded and who reminds me like at the bigger picture and things, and not to like get caught up in the small stuff. And I think he's like super funny. He has these like one-liners that he'll like whisper to me that just like crack me up, and I think they're so cheesy, but like that's exactly my humor, and I'm like, oh, that, and then I reuse them and I tell them to other people, and he's like, that's my joke. I'm like, yes, but it was so funny and you only said it to me, so like now I can like kind of steal it and I tell it to everybody else.
I think John has a lot of patience, and I think they complement each other well. They're very opposites, so they'll have a lot of excitement in their relationship. It's not going to be a dull relationship.
You gave me something for nothing. I've never been one.
I coached her in the Manoa leagues. She played volleyball, basketball, and softball. She was very aggressive. So I guess that, kind of told me that, okay, this girl is, she's not going to be taken advantage of in life, and she's going to be a fighter.
I was thinking like, wow, loud person, but small, probably, is what I was thinking.
When she was cast as a cheerleader for High School Musical, that fits kind of how she approaches a lot of situations, just like a lot of positive energy and good vibes.
Tamlyn is bubbly. She's very bubbly. She has a really awesome laugh, and she's always looking out for other people.
We remember meeting Tam in December of 2015. John brought Tam over to our house, and our first impression of Tam was that she was very friendly, well-mannered, and very attentive to John. We both seemed to share similar values of life and family. Tam always had a story to share about her nephews, so we knew she would be a loving and supportive wife and a super mom. When John proposed to Tam, we were not surprised. We knew she was the one. Tam is dear to us, and we welcome her to our family.
She makes life interesting, from forgetting her keys or, losing her phone somewhere, and we're always having to search for it, she keeps me on my toes. She's, the reason why I wake up in the morning, and she's the first thing I want to see when I come home from work. We could be laying at home, cooking dinner, watching a movie, but yet that's, the most precious time for us. And obviously we could be traveling the world and doing all these great experiences, and that's just as great. But I could be anywhere in the world with her, and I'll be having a good time. I actually never told her this in person, or I haven't told anyone, but I actually prayed. Because I was single at the time, you know, I wasn't actively pursuing a relationship, but I really was intrigued by this friend request.
My friend requested John, and that was it. It wasn't like a, ooh, John, like I just requested him.
I found out that the day she friend requested me, she blasted a whole bunch of people because she was actually planning to move to the Bay Area.
So I got the job at Google and I moved to the Bay, and I was just like taking pictures like any random person, and I posted a photo of my dad and I at the Niners game. It was like Monday Night Football, so I thought it was really cool. I posted it on, and then I got like a bunch of comments, and then I got a comment from John that was like #nectar. And I was like, okay, what?
For some reason, my favorite word was nectar at that time from New Girl. I just wanted to shoot my shot. I don't even know if that's called shooting your shot, but I just commented, hopefully with the intent that maybe it would start a conversation or something, and obviously it didn't.
I didn't think twice about it. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird and creepy, but because we didn't really know each other. So I didn't respond to him, and I didn't say anything, and it was just, we left it as is. A little while after, he like sent me a DM, a picture of the sky, I think, or it was just blue. And I was like, oh, he's just being friendly because I'm new to the area. So yeah. And then he like randomly threw it in there that like, oh, DMing is so hard. Like, we should text message, like, what's your number? And I was like, oh no.
Wouldn't give that advice to anyone, but apparently it worked. I got her number, and we actually ended up going to our first date in person.
Don would say it's a first date, but we were just going as friends. I really wasn't looking for a relationship, but he insisted on picking me up, and I'm like a horrible driver, so I was like, okay, like, cool. And he told me like it wasn't out of his way, so he just picked me up. We had a really nice time actually. I was pleasantly surprised, like the conversation flowed. I was like, cool, this is great. And then as we were driving home, I remember, I was like, okay, that was fine, like harmless. We like stopped at the light to turn into my apartment at the time, and Taylor Swift's like Wildest Dreams came on, and John just really went for it. He like falsetto, like with the moves, and he just sang it really, really like loud and proud, and didn't care that he has like no singing voice at all.
And at that time, you know, I was really into Taylor Swift. I still am, you know, no shame there. You know, I sang it at the top of my lungs like no one else was in the car. But obviously I knew she was in the car. That's how comfortable I felt.
I always really wanted somebody who was like super goofy and funny and could make me laugh and like wasn't afraid of being silly. And I was like, oh, maybe there is something there at that point.
People who know me know I don't show my emotions as well. So this was actually a struggle for us, because if you know Tamlyn, she is very direct and wants an answer and needs an answer. And so I remember a few conversations were in the realms of, hey, what are we doing? Like, are you interested or no? And I thought I was playing it cool, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm that into it. Like, let's be friends, let's keep hanging out, you know. So we actually stopped talking for a while. One day I got a text message from Tamlyn saying, hey, her cousin Justin wants to tour Santa Clara University because he's interested in the school for his next year after Yolani.
And I was thinking all the things because we were just friends, but then he had just done this awesome tour and he had looked so cute in his Santa Clara shirt and hat, and I was like, oh, the wheels are turning. So I like asked my grandpa, like, so like, what did you think of John?
I told her that he was friendly, he was knowledgeable, very smart guy, and that he had a good heart. I could see that. I think it was later on I asked her, why did you ask me that? And she said, well, I'm not sure yet because John doesn't know how to express his feelings about me and I can't connect. And I told her, you know, Tam, it's only natural. This guy is an engineer. And engineers are very structured people. They're very conservative. They gotta know everything. All the dots gotta connect before they make a decision. So I'm not surprised that he's not expressing those feelings. You know, you just gotta wait and give him time.
I just remember being so excited because that started the conversation again.
Baby, everything you do sets my soul on fire. And I've been loving the way that you're making me feel. Baby, nothing has changed and it never will. 'Cause all I want is you.
Trisha was really monumental in this whole process. I mean, she got the whole family prepared for a photo shoot for her and Rick's anniversary. So that would get everyone dressed up and going to the beach thinking it was just for them. And at that time I was not even in Hawaii, I was still in California. But secretly I would book a flight home and I would be there for their photo shoot.
And so I like walked over there and like John popped out of the bushes and I was like, oh, this is happening.
I remember crying. I said what I had to say and how I wanted to move forward with her, and I got on a knee. Her nephews came in and threw flower petals on us, and that was the engagement.
So I think I kind of knew then that something was like a little off and a little iffy, and yeah. I should tell people though I was surprised, but I really wasn't.
Congratulations, you two. I'm just so excited and happy for you and that I'm a part of this whole journey.
Tamlyn and John, I am so happy for you. What a miracle. I can't wait to see what the future holds for your lives together, and much blessing to you guys.
Wishing for you guys that you keep that special bond, that special connection, that you keep on finding ways to surprise each other, to let each other know how special you are and how lucky you are to have found each other and to have such a beautiful relationship.
We wish you both a life filled with love, happiness, and good health. There'll be joyous times, sad moments, and challenges as well. Hang in there, work it out, communicate, and listen to what each other has to say. May the love you share today grow stronger as you continue on this journey together.
I want to wish you both a happy and successful marriage filled with love, laughter, companionship, and most importantly, lots of mochi. John's gonna give you lots of mochi.
Tam, let John go golfing with us just once a week. Just once a week. Thank you.
We wish you the very best. We are here to support you and John, with anything you need. Looking forward to more grandchildren. Granddaughters would be perfect. We love you, and you're gonna have a great life. I always say this, it's happy wife, happy life, and I live by that.
You live by that?
He knows to live by that.